Yo, 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 welcome back to the No Cut Sports Podcast with your host, Niall Frazier. And today we got some news to get into, man. Breaking news. I know you probably already done seen it. I'm a little late to the party, but we're going to get right into it. But before we get into it, make sure y'all like and subscribe to always catch this vibe. You already know. So listen, first things first, Vic Fangio. Yes, Vic Fangio has been hired as the Eagles' new defensive coordinator. Um, the news broke yesterday during the press conference with the Eagles. I know Howie and Nick Sirianni, and I'm gonna talk more about that press conference too. But I know Howie and Nick Sirianni were late to the press conference. I don't know if they got word prior to what was going on with him and the Dolphins and things like that. But today they said he came in this morning and reported by Adam Schefter that he came in, signed that dotted line. So he's the new DC. I really wish I don't know, man. I feel like they just moved too fast. Like, but if this is what they want, this is what they want. This is the defense they've been running for the last couple of years. So, I mean, you get the orchestrator of or the architect of this defense. So, I don't know, but I know this. I know this though. If that defense is going to work and be a top 10 defense, because I know at the press conference how we talked about the linebackers, Nakobe Dean, still having faith in Nakobe Dean and things like that. When there's a Zach Cunningham too as well. But I think, excuse me, with the picks that they got coming up in the draft, I think they do need to look. And I know that Jeremiah Trotter Jr. keeps coming up, and I don't really. I mean, I watch college football, but I can't get in all the names that. Or how how it's going to fall if they will even be able to pick these players. But my thing is this. I think I don't know, man. I know they're going to have to figure out like with Bradbury and and Slay what they're going to do with them contract wise because Bradbury's getting older and from what he said on his podcast about him not wanting to tackle no more and things like that and I don't know if that's going to work, man. Like I said, we got Isaiah Rodgers coming in off that gambling suspension. We also got Eli Ricks, Akili Ringa. As y'all know, I'm really high. I'm high on Eli Ricks too, but I think they need coaching now. Reports then came out talking about players from the Miami Dolphins really didn't like especially the secondary players really didn't like Fangio's scheme and things like that. Other players complained about how he coached. Like he's a tough coach. But all due respect, I think that's what the Eagles need, man. Because this year was terrible, bro. Tackling was terrible. Not paying attention to details with certain things. It's just little stupid stuff that can really mess up a game and caught up with us throughout the season. So like I said, Vic Fangio is the new defensive coordinator. Like I said, I wish because like I know he runs the 3-4 base scheme and stuff like that, but I wanted this. I want to see like more. I wanted to see a more aggressive scheme if that makes sense. I feel like his is more of a passive scheme. Like I don't like playing off the ball too much. Depending on, I mean, you can play off the ball depending on like who you're going against. But I feel like you're giving yards away. You know what I mean to the other team. So however you want to look at that. But my thing is this: he's the DC now. I was really looking at Wink Martindale, even Ron Rivera, man. I didn't really want to get Ron Rivera, but now that they hired Vic Fangio, I'm like, ooh, maybe let me move back. Maybe we should have stuck with, maybe trying to talk to Ron Rivera and stuff like that. But, yeah, man, it is what it is. But I do know to make this scheme work, and that's any scheme, you got to go out here and get the right players. I don't think they got the right players for the secondary. The second level and the third level, I don't think they got or they don't have the players developed yet for those positions. So, I think that, well, I mean, like I said, Isaiah Rodgers might work. I don't know, but they keep talking about Patrick Queen. He's coming up this year as a free agent. But then, he's still playing, because Baltimore's still playing in the playoffs. So, see how that goes. They had the guy from the Panthers. I can't think of his name, Burns or something like that. I can't even think of my man's name, but he was another guy. But you really want somebody like hybrid. Like that's why Chauncey would have really worked well because you see what he did, and that was Vic just being the consultant with the team with the Super Bowl season. So it'd really been nice to have Chauncey because Chauncey was like a hybrid player. So they're going to have to get like somebody like and now I'm thinking about it because I just said that I don't know if they was going to keep Maddox or Maddox, however you say his last name. But my thing is this: because he's injury prone. I don't want to, I'm not trying to be rude, but my man ain't the best ability is availability. He don't be available, so they're gonna have to do something with that contract because they paid him some money. But my thing is this: he was, he could probably bounce back and forth, but they probably going to move somewhere younger in that position, or if they find somebody in the not draft, but like maybe free agency or something like that, maybe they move on from him. I feel like they got to move on from a lot of these players. I know they said I heard somewhere like 41 million in cap money or something. I don't know. I hope getting the architect of the defense it do something for us because this past year was terrible, and that leads me into the next thing that I wanted to talk about, which was the press conference yesterday afternoon. Like I said, they were already late. Howie and Nick Sirianni were already late to get into the press conference, and that's why I was thinking maybe that they had heard word about the Fangio news and started doing what they needed to do. But my thing that I took from the press conference yesterday was I don't know, man. It's like because somebody they asked the question, they asked Nick Sirianni like, "What do you do?" And I said in some of my previous videos, I was like, "What do he do?" Because my thing was with the off with the when he came in, it was offensive minded, some ahead of his time, stuff like that, whatever the case may be. But to go 1-6 in your last 7 games, whatever the case may be, we didn't see anything. And then it was like they just lied to us all season, man. Like, and I still heard nobody ask about Rashad Penny. Like, why was Rashad Penny even on the team? You know what I mean? Like, yeah, they used him a couple of times, but why was he on the team? Made no sense. He just took up a roster spot. So it's a lot of questions I got about Nick Sirianni, and it's like, and I said this before that him having Shane Steichen and Jonathan Gannon, you know what I'm saying? It insulated him because it was like, oh, it was like a buffer. Because he really all you gotta do is be like, this is what just strategize the game plan. This is what I want to see. Do this. But it wasn't him. I mean, he probably implemented some of his ways, but it was probably more or less, Jonathan Gannon and Shane Steichen. So it's like this year, my man's really on a hot seat. And Howie even said, talking about, because I had put on my Facebook that they should have kept Sean Desai. Because my thing is this: you get Sean Desai because this is the scheme that Nick Sirianni wanted. You feel what I'm saying? Because Sean Desai wasn't in the organization last year. Nick Sirianni went on and got Nick Sirianni went on and got Sean Desai because he wanted him to run his defense because he's a branch off of the Fangio tree. So I was like, they should have just kept him in the building for whatever reason. Because my thing is this: whoever was making them second half adjustments in the game, somebody was making them second half adjustments, and I'm thinking it's him. So, and then you go move on to Matt Patricia, which I did say maybe try it out because to see where it goes, and it got worse. So when I said that, I wasn't saying keep him as a defensive coordinator. I was saying since he don't work with the man, and then look, they go get the man. You know what I'm saying? You might should have just kept him in the building. So it's like two people lost their jobs because of Nick Sirianni, from what I'm gathering from this information from the press conference. And it's like you ask him these questions, and he just I don't like what does he be like? What are you trying to say? Like, what are you saying? You just dancing around questions and stuff like that. It just really doesn't look good as a head coach and then to have Howie next to you, and Howie's always next to this man. It's like why does somebody have to? Why does what I mean? I understand why Howie's there, but like usually the coach should be able to talk for themselves and say, I did this, and things happen. People, everything ain't 100%. It don't go right. But I just feel like Howie had to interject multiple times, not nothing crazy, but multiple times just to clarify some things. You feel what I'm saying? Because they would ask Nick Sirianni one thing, and then he just overly gives too much information, if that makes sense. Like, not too much information, but just contradicts himself when he says a lot of the things that. And he goes on a little tangent saying, yeah, we're going to go, he's going to bring in his own scheme, but I'm still going to implement my stuff. And then Howie interjects and says some things. And I'm just like, there's a lot of disconnect is what I'm gathering. A lot of disconnect from coaching to the upper room, the staff and stuff like that. And then with the players, like it's a lot of disconnect. So I don't know, man. I don't know. But like one thing I will say is, with the Fangio part is the coaching hard. Now the offensive coordinator, I don't know what they're going to do because now they got an experienced, and I think that also pads this. And I feel like this too because I also feel like that pads. No, I don't pad Nick Sirianni, but it's like it pads Howie because if Nick don't work out, because my thing is they're trying to say he ain't lose the locker room. I don't believe that, okay? Because if this now that this information is coming out, I know players they got to be PR. You got to keep it P. I understand you can't sit there and throw your head coach under the bus, but my thing is this: behind closed doors, things were said. You can definitely tell that. But on the other hand, it's like I don't like I said I don't know exactly what he's going to do. I don't know. So and that's no disrespect, but it's like he don't call defense and he damn sure ain't calling no offense because you to go with 1-6 and 7 games is terrible, bro. With the squad that he has, so I don't know, man. Like we'll see. Like I said, I would have a little bit more, you know. I would value him a little bit more, but after what they did with Doug, I said, bro, he won a Super Bowl and they did what they did to him. It's no way I could sit there and be like, yeah, because Nick Sirianni took us to 3 playoffs. I don't care. I don't care because you took us to the Super Bowl and then you effed that up. You effed that up. So it's like, what you going to do? So don't expect me to have no type of sympathy for that. So, but like I said, we'll see, man. But I do think niggas on the hot seat, man. I think a lot of the stuff he just be jibber jabbing, like he just be saying stuff because it's just something to say. But I think he still is going to get in the way. All due respect. And if it does, then I guess then you get Fangio stepping in as your head coach, or I don't know who they hire as the OC because I think they're still trying to figure that out. But I did hear about Kellen Moore coming in. And then I also seen right before I made this video, who's the Chargers coach that they just let go? That Fangio was going to bring him in, Staley. And I mean, for defensive coordinator, maybe, yeah. As a head coach, he was terrible. But as a defensive coordinator, because he said that was more of his forte, I would like to see what they do. Because, like, we really need some hard coaching, bro. We need, like, some hard coaching. I'm sorry. Like, these are just grown men. Hard coaching. Because you go out here and do what you did this past year, I don't want to see that no more, man. At all. So, I will keep y'all updated as much as I can with this information. I'm trying to make sure I don't forget anything, but I will keep you updated as much as I can. And we'll see how the rest of this goes. But I will say that between the free agency and draft, they're going to go out here and have to get some on defense players that are going to be able to fit this scheme because I don't care. I don't care what, like I said, we can get Wink Martindale coming up in here. If you ain't got the players to fit the scheme, it ain't gonna work. So hopefully we go out here try to put some value into because I seen a report about that rumor talking about they're not going off of Nakobe Deanie and I think I said that earlier in the video. So we'll see what pans out throughout these next couple of months. But excuse me, and some other things too I wanted to say before I got off of here. What's up with the reporters, man? And I hope that's not true, but they coming out talking about Covey talking about Jalen. He's scared of Jalen and stuff like that. Like these ain't grown. Like these is grown men. What are you talking about? Like I don't never try to. I don't never want to put no type of energy like that out there. You know what I'm saying? Not that I consider myself a reporter, but my thing is this: I do report on the news. You feel me? So I just think stuff like that is crazy. So hopefully everything's cool in the locker room between the players, but it's probably, everybody don't get along, man. Everybody not cool outside them doors, but hopefully everybody get together and can have some cohesion and, because we need that. We need that going into this next season. We need, and I think that's another reason why they stuck with this defense is because, something has to be in place. And if you look at a lot of those, well, I don't want to say a lot, but you look at Andy Reid and then not that his defense is nothing crazy or nothing like that, but then they had their coordinator for about 5-6 years. So, that consistency helps with the players, especially if your players are there for because you sign these players to some deals. Some players are there for 2, 3, 4 years, if not more. So, maybe it might be a blessing in disguise. I don't know. I would have to see just to know, but yeah, man. Between that and the Hurts information and Covey and all that, man, it's going to be a crazy offseason. I will say that it'll be a crazy offseason. I know some more information won't come out about this season, And I still honestly think that Nick Sirianni's on a hot seat. I know they ain't say that officially they was gonna fire nobody, but I see Bill Belichick is still out there. I see Mike Vrabel is still out there. Pete Carroll is still out there, which is surprising to me. But I don't know, man. That's crazy. But yeah. So we'll see, man. We'll see, man. We'll see what the Eagles do. I mean, they done did this so far, so I just pray to God we could just get back to the bowl, baby. That's all. So you already know, man. This is now from the No Cut Sports Podcast. I'ma holla at y'all. Y'all be safe, man.